kind of spread out a little bit differently. When you start having a big party and have 100, 200, 300 people show up, we just didn't know what type of turnout we would have. And so we decided we were going to do things differently. But when I say we're going to do things differently, we're really going to do things the way it used to be, just without the crowd. This year, we're going to have, instead of selling, normally we had moved the ticket number up. So this year we're going back down to the original number of tickets being sold. So everybody's chances of winning have went up. So we're only going to sell 225 tickets this year. Also for the people who either love having the auction and raffle at the end of the extra tickets, or the people who hate it, we're not actually having any raffle tickets. So we're selling 225 tickets flat, and that's it. And actually, ticket sales have went extremely well. We're probably down to around 100 tickets left. So as we said, it's in 3 weeks. We're going to do it the Saturday before the Super Bowl. And we will stream it live on our Touchdown Club Facebook page. That way it'll be above reproach. People can watch us as we're doing it, and that way we can have all eyes on us, and everything will be on legit. We'll have a small crowd there that oversee us, but it'll be just Touchdown Club members.
So it's just going to be a cut and dry, draw, right. then draw, all the 225.
Right, and we still have the same setup as far as the way we used to have it. Which is where, when you get down, after 50 tickets, that winner's going to can get $300. And then once we're down with only 125 tickets left, $500. 75 tickets left, $700. And with 25 tickets left, $1,000. So if we draw you on you get all the way down, you're like, man, I'm excited. There's only 25 left. I'm in it for $10,000. And then you're the next one at 25. You're at least going to get 10 times your money. So, it's still a pretty good deal. But, our whole thing is just raising money for the Touchdown Club. And for the football team, all of our money that we raise goes directly back to these guys. And this year, with everything that went on, our revenue sales were really down. So we appreciate any support that we can get and that we have got. We didn't even go out seeking ads or advertisement this year. If you had them the year before, we just kept it rolling. We know all businesses are struggling in this day and age. And also that we didn't have the revenue generated at the games as we normally do due to the COVID, and especially at the concession stand. We're down. We were probably down
100%.
Yeah, well, about 70%. Yeah,
we did have some.
We had some, but we didn't have our normal stuff. And eventually, about halfway through the year, we did get Reed and the guys kind of hiding off to the corner with the hamburgers and sausage dogs. So that helped a little bit.
So where will y'all be set up on that Saturday? What's the website? I mean, you say Wayne County Touchdown.
Wayne County Touchdown Club Facebook page.
Wayne County Touchdown Club Facebook page.
Just put it in your search bar and find it then, right?
Correct. I do think, and I got to say this very carefully, there's some people that are going to have a watch party, and I won't name where it'll be, but it rhymes with van. So they'll stream it on a television so people can watch it. So I'll just leave it at that. It has no affiliation with the Touchdown Club whatsoever, but I do know there's a group of people that's going to be watching it streaming on the television.
Okay. And y'all will be set up where?
We'll be set up at Damon's.
Okay. As you've done that before?
We did that before. We'll just be in the back room. We'll have our camera set up on us, and that way we'll do the drawing, and we'll mimic basically how we did it without all the breaks and interruptions and jokes and everything. We'll just kind of roll through the process.
Okay. No food cost this year or anything like that?
No food, no band, unfortunately. Might be a band somewhere, but it won't be with us.
They're still going to do when they get down to the final five to give the option of splitting.
Correct. On the back of the tickets we have, where are you willing to split? And you go ahead, especially this year, it's very, very important that you put on there, if you're willing to split when you get down to the final five, because it's going to be harder. People are not going to be there.
Yeah. So if you do get down to the final five, but if you have one ticket that says, no, I'm not willing to split, then you still got to go right straight through with it all the way to the one winner.
That is correct. And we'll show everybody on the board, as we get down to the final few, who's left. And that way, at least people can start. We'll have a number to call. We'll have it posted, that we can have somebody on standby to communicate with these people. Plus, on the tickets, we have their phone numbers. We can try to reach out to them. When we start this drawing, we can go through these numbers in probably an hour and a half at the most.
Right. And the top prize, once again, is?
$10,000.
And tickets are how much?
$100 a piece.
And where can they be purchased?
From our board members, I know Mr. Bill Parker has them at his office. John Shaver's got some at his place. I have some. Holly Davidson Lane has some. And, of course, Katie Stevens at Prime South Bank, as usual. She's been just heaven sent to the Touchdown Club as far as helping us with these tickets over the years. So we appreciate her, but she also has some tickets. And as we said, the tickets actually, the sales are doing pretty good. We're down to about 100.
Okay, good. But you still have 3 more weeks. It'll be the Saturday before the Super Bowl, right?
Yes, sir.
On that February 6th. And it'll be held at what time that night?
We will actually start the drawing, I believe, at 7.
Okay. And so folks can just put in their search bar Wayne County Touchdown Club and then figure out how to get on their Facebook. It'd be Facebook page, right?
Correct.
And get on the Facebook page and you can watch the whole thing there live from Damon's.
That is correct.
Sounds good. Well, we know who's who because you'll all have your mask on, won't you?
No, we'll be socially distanced.
Socially distanced, so you don't have to worry about that.
Some people will. That's their choice.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is always a great fun event, great fundraiser for the Wayne County High School football team, y'all's major fundraiser during the year. And we encourage folks to get that ticket. And you say $100, I ain't got $100. We'll split it with someone else, 50-50, or get 4 to go $25 each.
Several times, so a group of it's normally the ladies from a bank somewhere.
Right.
They're lucky. They're lucky, but they'll go in and I'll put in $10 or $20 or whatever, and we'll end up splitting a pretty good sum of money with them. So
can a person purchase more than one ticket?
Absolutely. I've had them in the past buy the whole book of 10. So.
Holy moly!
Yep. So yeah, there's if somebody wants to buy 20, we'll sell them 20. It's all for these guys.
It's not like going to a store and trying to buy a can of Lysol spray with you. They limit you to 1.
Yeah, no,
you can buy as many tickets as you want, right?
We're gonna sell 225, regardless of how we sell them.
That's right.
It is very, very important that we keep this revenue flow going to these guys, and because we feed these guys at least 2 or 3 times a week during the season, just to keep their nutrients up and everything. And
right.
And
once again, we just want to stress the tickets are on sale now because every year it happens. The tickets are sold 5 days before the event, and people are calling constantly. How can I get a ticket? The tickets are sold.
Get them now.
Right.
Get them
so
now.
Don't wait.
Now.
They're going to go quickly. There's only only 100 left. So
it's a little different setup as far as the number of tickets. So it is important that if you want your tickets, go ahead and reach out. My normal people, they can call me and say, hey, I need my ticket, and I'll make sure I got your name on it, and we'll hunt you down. Same thing with Holly, same thing with Mr. Bill, John, and Katie. You can call Katie and say, hey, I'm coming by tomorrow. Hold me a ticket, and she'll hold you a ticket.
Right. And everybody's sure, you purchase your ticket, no matter where you purchase it from, that ticket will get into the box for the drawing, right?
Absolutely, and we'll show, we have everybody's ticket number and name that'll be displayed on a board that we will make sure is on our screen.
So that way people know, well, my ticket didn't get in there. Well, you're proving your ticket didn't get in there.
We're going to be above reproach on that. That's one thing that, we do take seriously is, this is a lot of money, and it's, a lot of support from the community, so we want to make sure that, it's, especially with us doing it virtually, so we'll have the board will be recorded, so we could see it, and often we'll actually scan the board again so everybody can see if their name's still on there
still
or not.
On there, huh? Yeah. Well, it's always a fun event. We wish you all the best on that. I know all 225 tickets will be sold, so folks, don't wait around. Go ahead and get yours. And to have a chance to win that $10,000 or the $1,000 or the $750 or the $500, as they draw ever so often, they'll have a winner, and then somebody will be walking away with $10,000, or you may have a few people walk away with $2,000 each, right? I think it's 500, 750, or 300, 500, 750, and 1,000. But didn't you say if all 5 agreed?
Yeah. If they all 5 agree, they can walk away with $2,000 a piece.
Right, but you got to have all 5 tickets say that on there. So when you're looking at your ticket on there, make sure you put on there you're willing to what does it actually say? Split?
The split, yeah.
To split or not to split?
Yeah,
that's the question. To split or not to split?
Yeah, probably 10 years ago, I guess, when we still had it at Damon's, I was in the final 5, and one person was adamant they were not going to split, and we dropped down to 4. He was still adamant they wasn't going to split. He was the next one off the board, and the last 3 was me, and I can't remember who else it was. We all got $3,333.33. So we split. We were waiting on him to get out of there too.
Yes, sir. Now, he must have felt pretty bad. He didn't win anything, and he could have won $2,000.
He didn't care.
He didn't care, huh?
He didn't care.
It's all or nothing.
That's right. And some people are like that, and that is their absolute prerogative to, hey, I'm down to 4 people with a chance to win 10. I only had 100 into it, so that's their right.
All right, Lynn Lewison this morning, president of the Wayne County Touchdown Club, talking about their big fundraiser coming up. Go ahead and get your $100 ticket. Again, you can split it with someone else and just have a fun evening and see if you're going to win or not. But the big winner, of course, is the Wayne County football team, because those funds going toward the football team. Will the new practice fields be set up by then?
I don't think we'll have them set up by the start of our practice season.
Okay.
I think, there's still a whole lot of, permits and stuff where we've got to move things around. So that's something on the Board of Education side.
That's their side.
Yeah,
but y'all assist with that when the time comes that they ask them.
We try our best to do what we can. I mean, our money really, we have done a lot of improvements, and that's something that you can't go unnoticed. That we do a lot of improvements to that stadium.
Right.
That is not. People say, well, the county or the school board's wasting money and doing this and doing that, and what they don't realize is it's the community and it's the touchdown club.
Yeah, it's private funds.
It's private funds that are redid the football field as far as the sodding it and all that stuff. That's that's something that we did. That's not a taxpayer dollar at all. That's
right.
That's our money. So so we do a lot of things that directly impact the team. Okay. And that's our job. That's our job.
Sounds good. And this is your 4th year of being the president of the Touchdown Club, right?
Yes, sir. I have my 4th and final year.
Okay, not running for re-election.
Nope. I think I've overstayed my welcome at some point in time.
So a new president will come in next December.
Actually, it'll be next February. Our year kind of runs. It ends for the during this raffle. So okay. I'll be in it for the raffle.
You'll be handing over the gavel next year at this time.
Yep, and we've already. Mr. John McElwain has agreed to step in. He's president-elect, so he'll also be assisting us this year. So we appreciate him stepping up and doing that. And of course, I'll still be involved. I really enjoy this. I just with my job and staying busy, sometimes it's tough for me to get to as many things as I used to. So
right.
It's time to let somebody else take it and run, but I will still be actively involved.
Well, I know everyone appreciates the time and effort that you've put into it for the last 3 years, going forward now.
And I appreciate that, and I enjoyed it.
Okay. Bob, any other questions or comments for Lynn this morning?
Just encourage everybody to get their tickets quickly.
Get them quick.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk football now a little bit. You can hang around if you want to, Lynn.
That's fine.
All right. Well, Bob, they did not listen to you down there in Jacksonville. They did hire Coach Meyer.
Shad Khan doesn't listen to anybody but himself.
What's that?
I said Shad Khan doesn't listen to anybody but himself.
Yeah. Well,
him and his crazy son. So we'll see how long that lasts.
Well, you realize if they do go after Lawrence, they're just going to release him in a year anyway.
I hope
because they're only going to win like 2 games. They're going to say, well, that's not it. And they'll just have to keep going and rotating.
The guys were one of the questions: can he win on the NFL level? Like I said, there's a lot of egos in that locker room. I mean, plus he doesn't get to go picking who he wants. Like if college coach goes for recruiting, gets what he wants.
Right.
Doesn't work that way in the NFL. So
yeah.
Coaches like Spurrier find that out. Spurrier
I'm sure
quickly.
Knowing Coach Urban Meyer, he's already got a plan laid out. He's got coaches' names in mind, players' names in mind. He's one of the most organized, forward-thinking coaches that I've ever seen.
The question is, how long is he going to stay there? That's the question.
How long? Well, if he wins the Super Bowl, I don't care how long he stays. If it's 2 years, 3 years, who knows?
I'll sit in the back row. I'll stay away from him.
Stay away from him.
You go social distance whether you got to do it or not.
I'll social distance. I just want to get back in that's the main thing. I got to get this COVID out of there so I can get back in that press box.
Yeah.
That's the only,
hopefully by the time football season gets here, everybody will be vaccinated. No? You don't think everybody will be vaccinated by August?
No, I don't think there's enough people who will not get vaccinated.
Oh, they will
choose not to.
Choose not to be activated.
Correct. That's what I meant.
But if you want to be vaccinated by August, everybody should be.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
if they do the right thing and pick Trevor Lawrence, I will be at that press conference.
You want to see that? Yeah.
I want to be there for that.
Yeah, he's definitely a talented athlete.
He is. He's got that perfect look, 6'5",
he's got
throw
a
the
bright
arm like I don't know what. He's got an arm that can throw it like I don't know what.
Yeah, that's
he's smart.
Being a Florida State fan has been painful for the last probably 7-8 years, and this year I can truly say I never watched an entire football game of any team whatsoever. I've yet to. I between the COVID and my poor team, I just gave up.
I can't wait to see if he reaches out to get Tebow on the staff. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Charles Strong's been in, so it'll be interesting to see if Tebow's.
Now, what would Tebow do? Be a quarterback coach?
Be a quarterback coach, assistant coach, whatever,
Yeah.
I mean, there's somebody in there. So, I mean, Shad Khan, it's funny, Shad Khan wanted, I told that story many times, when they fired Jack Del Rio, I mean, he stated publicly that he wanted to get Tebow down there because he could sell tickets and merchandise and get the fan base, you fill the stadium. That's what he wanted.
Right.
And he went and hired a GM and a head coach, and they both, first time they stood up the microphone, they said they didn't want Tebow.
That's right, they didn't.
So the first chance I got down there to see Khan, he had a press conference, and this is like 2 weeks after all this took place, and I asked him point blank, why would you state publicly you wanted Tim Tebow and go hire a GM and head football coach that didn't want what you wanted?
Right.
Well, he exit stage left.
You ran the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars off the stage?
I ticked off the owner. He just exit stage left. And everybody looking around like, you just messed up the whole press conference. I said, well, that's the first chance I got to know. I thought it was a good question.
Yeah,
it was a good question.
Next thing I know, everybody's mad. And my buddy Dan Edwards came and said, you might want to exit stage right.
Yeah, you might want to go to the other side, Bob.
He said, you got the owner furious. I said, well, I thought it was a
Bob
great
just
question.
has a knack for doing these kind of things.
Yeah.
So luckily I got out stage right and still, just stayed away from it. But I told people the problem is not the owner with his money. The problem is he's taken his son, who knows absolutely nothing, nothing about football, and he's a pain in the butt. Nobody likes him.
Spoiled rich kids that think he knows
I've
everything.
talked to Jalen Ramsey. He left. Calais Campbell
That's why he left, yeah.
All these players tell you point blank, off the record, it's not a good situation. That kid.
Well, don't these players tell the owner?
They've told everybody, but they just decide to bail.
I think Colin would say
blood's thicker than common sense.
Colin's got his son in this position. He's going to let him run amok, and this guy just drives everybody crazy. So, good luck, Urban Meyer. That's going to be the funniest thing. Urban Meyer, he's, like I said, he wants to control everything, but Collins already said he wants control of the personnel. So
that's going to be interesting. It's going to be negotiated that away.
Be interesting to see how it all works out.
Yeah, he's a good coach when he wants to coach.
He got his $12 million.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. I'm sure they got a nice buy clause as well. So we'll see how it plays out. Like I said, I hope it works out. I want Jacksonville to do well, but it could be a smokescreen. He keeps telling people, you don't know what he's going to do with that number one pick, because I'm sure he's going to have a lot of teams calling, but the good news is they've got a lot of draft. They got like 4 picks in the first 130 picks, so they should be able to have a good draft. Plus, they got they're way under the salary cap, so they got a lot of money to play with. They can go out and get free agents as well. So, be interested to see what kind of team they do put on the field.
Yeah, I'm sure Urban's got it all planned in his mind.
We'll see
with
how it all
options
plays
in there
out.
too.
But, better coaches than him have tried and failed.
You're right there.
Well, I heard on Georgia News Sports this morning that the Atlanta Falcons looks like they'll have a new GM, a guy from the Saints. So hopefully he can come in there and put a good organization together where the Falcons can get back on the winning track.
Apparently their head coach that they're looking for, they have to wait. They can't talk to the guy because they're still in the playoffs. But so,
is that the enemy?
I don't think so. I think it's somebody with New Orleans as well.
Oh, really?
Oh, 2 from New Orleans. And the general manager, maybe a coach.
That's what I've heard. So we'll see how it all plays out.
Okay. So once again, I know you had sports a little while ago, but let's go back to the playoff games this weekend, the divisional playoff games. And they get 4 games or what?
4 games Saturday. It all starts with the Green Bay Packers at home against the L.A. Rams.
And that's the first game tomorrow?
That's the first game tomorrow.
At 4 o'clock.
4:30. I think it's 4:30.
All 4 games are Saturday, you say?
No,
oh, okay.
Four-
It just
two
starts
games
Saturday.
two
Gotcha.
Starts Saturday,
Yeah.
4:30.
And we've got all the games for you right here on 105.5 FM.
And the Saturday night game is the Baltimore Ravens game, which would be a fun
Man, that's
game.
going to be a night game up there in Baltimore. I'm up in Buffalo. Woo!
And then Sunday, its first game's at 3 o'clock, and that's Cleveland at Kansas City. And then the marquee game.
And that is impressive that you wear your Cleveland Browns hat in here.
I don't have a
People can clearly see on the video up here.
The first time Bob will lift his head up from the microphone, everybody see he didn't have a Browns hat on.
And then, of course, the marquee game Sunday night is Brady and Tampa Bay against Drew Brees and the Saints. So I didn't realize Drew Brees is 5-2 in head-to-head match. That's pretty interesting.
Well, he's won twice already this year.
I know, but not many people have winning records against the GOAT. So
That's true.
Well, I just think I feel like you do. I think that New Orleans is going to win because the fact that they are a team that's been playing together for several years, and teamwork is what wins games most of the time.
It's hard to pick against Brady.
It is.
It is hard. I want Brady to win.
You want Brady to win?
I don't. I'm not a big fan of him, but I can't deny his talent.
I like Brady, but he's got somebody on his team right now I can't pull forward off. So
Okay, so one person on the team, you just throw the whole thing away.
they got that crazy Antonio Brown.
Oh, Lord. See, I hadn't even
They
paid
said
attention to that
he's
either.
kept his nose clean since he's been there.
Yeah, right. We'll see how long that lasts.
Well, so far,
His
have faith, Bob.
His criminal record goes from here to Tallahassee.
Hey, easy on the Tallahassee. He never went to Tallahassee. Look here, I'm just happy after all the years of Free Shoe University, over all the trouble with stealing shoes, that finally LSU has taken over the shoe mantle for a while.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, well, you know, when they threw the shoe in the game.
Yeah, threw the shoe.
They kept saying LSU. So I was like, thank you. I'm glad y'all can have that
Y'all
shoe
can have
mantle.
that shoe thing, huh?
Yeah, thank you.
I just think we all need to get with Tom Brady's, whatever he's eating and drinking.
You're not
Oh,
kidding.
he's got it all laid out. You can go online.
He looks like a 25-year-old out there.
Yes,
just
sir.
flinging all over the place.
Well, like I said the other day, when you're married to a Super Bowl, you gotta look your best, and he does. I mean, he stays in shape. He drinks and eats all the right things. Isn't that right, Lynn? If you're married to a supermodel, you gotta look your best, right, Lynn?
Let's think through this. I've seen a lot of supermodels married to some people who do not look their best.
They don't, do they?
You know what? They have really big checkbooks.